Hello, this is Gabrielle Schmidt, and this is the leadership interview that I conducted for this assignment. The leader in my life that I decided to interview is somebody who is very close to me and that I have always looked up to as a mentor and a leader and guide in my own life. He is Tom Schmidt, which is my father. The position that he holds is Regional Vice President of Burlington. This position is one of the many that he has held over the years. Our family has been through several moves, several promotions, and I think through it all, my father has just shown great adaptability and concern for his family and his work, and the people that he is going to lead. One of the first questions that I asked him that stood out to me was, what strengths and weaknesses do you believe you have as a leader? This question really stood out to me because he was so quick to answer what weaknesses are so easy for a manager to fall into, or just a leader in general to fall into, including himself. He mentioned how comfortability and content can sometimes be a weakness that a lot of leaders, including himself, can fall into. A leader should always be learning. They should never be comfortable with the way things are, even if things are going great the way they are. They should always be looking towards adaptability, change, improvement, innovation, and understanding others and getting feedback from others, no matter what the situation is. My dad believes that his greatest strength is communication, which I've come to learn is a very important aspect of a leader. Being able to communicate with your team and be able to spread ideas and have your teammates feel comfortable coming to you with ideas is a very important part of having an efficient work environment. The next question that I asked him was, do you feel it is important to delegate? He said that delegation is often a part of any manager's daily routine and often comes with leadership. The one caveat that he had about delegation was to not ask somebody who is lower than you or an employee lower than you to do something that you yourself would not do. This goes along with leading by example and not asking someone to do something that you yourself have not already done. Sometimes going and doing what seemingly is less menial tasks can go a long way with producing a sense of respect and trust within your team. As I wrapped up the interview with my dad, I asked him, what are 3 actions you believe are essential to enable others to be successful? The first action is to communicate and build a trustful relationship with your team. Second, lead by example. And then finally, empower and listen to your team. The biggest takeaway that I had from this interview was a conversation that I had with my dad at the end. He said that the number one most important thing to do as a leader is to build relationships with those around you, to build a sense of trust within your team. Because without trust, there's no way that the people around you and your team around you is going to believe in you. It's also important to just know who you're working with and to know what their goals and what their ambitions are. I think that trust is often a value that is overlooked or overshadowed by some of the other values that a leader believes that they should hold. Trust is so pivotal to every component of leadership. And if you don't have a solid foundation of trust, then nobody is going to want to follow or listen to you or be around you as a leader.